Curse these bodacious hips of mine. Welcome once again to Chill Filter, the podcast where we drink whiskey, and we drink a lot of it today, so that you don't have to. But you probably should, and you probably are. Hey, that's why we like you. Before we get into the podcast today, here's quick business. Keep commenting on YouTube. I was very encouraged. A very simple comment this week's episode from the Loch Gorham episode, but it just kind of made my afternoon. It was Mingo said, "Great episode, guys," or something along those lines, and I was like, "That's really nice." And so we love that stuff. Hey, if you got something small to say, something big to say, hit us up on the comments on YouTube's and subscribe and hit that bell. You don't need to hit the bell, but it is kind of cool to see that we got a new episode or a Reentry Buzz live. So that's what we got for business this week. All right. Here's how it's going to go on this episode.
If you ring the bell, see if you can manage to watch an episode before I segment it.
That's a good point.
When I go in and I add the timestamps so that it actually shows on the YouTube bar like what each section is, I normally don't do that until after the episode goes live, and then I'm like, oh crap, it's live. I need to go do that real quick. So if you catch it before I put it before I timestamp it, you get bonus points.
Yeah, comment. I don't see any segments.
Yeah, where's the segmentation, Brian?
Yeah. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. We are going to talk about history. We're going to shoot the breeze. Where you're probably going to do a whiskey world news and likely a what whiskey to choose. But it's going to be interspersed throughout our tasting of. I have 6 barrels in front of me of the Single Oak Project from Buffalo Trace. Bryan has 7. We are putting a control. These are all blind, and they're blind differently. Bryan's barrel A or bottle A is going to be different than my bottle A. So we're just completely blinding this. We want to find, and included in this Buffalo Trace Single Oak Project blind tasting is barrel 80, the clear winner according to Buffalo Trace. And it is darn good if you asked me. But I'm blinding today. It could be last place or something like that. So we're going to be drinking throughout. We're going to be kind of bracketing all these things. Just don't mind us as we're talking it up as well as we're drinking. But we are going to systematically find out what of these barrels is the best. So we have at least a 7, a 10, an 80, a 84. We have a 127. We have did I say 110? That's right. And what else do we got? I'm missing any?
I don't know. I think we're missing one, but yeah.
Yeah, 78 or something like that. I don't know.
All right, I got them here. All right, we have 127, 110, 84, 80, 10, 74, 79. Or wait, I have 74, 79. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to go into A and B first and bracket them against each other. But tell me, any fun things this week? We've had a crazy weather out here, but I doubt you've had any crazy weather.
I'm curious to hear about your crazy weather. Out here, beautiful. Out here,
nice.
Highs around 70. Some clouds, some days with clouds, some days 0 clouds. It is like it is like I could have no idea there was an apocalypse happening on the other end of the United States. It's just been like the weather here has been fantastic.
I'm glad to hear that. Oh, that's a good pour. Much better than the nose. Yeah, no, Saturday and Sunday it started snowing like 2 or 3 inches. And we were forecasted to maybe even get up to 20 inches of snow. But then that turned into like 4 to 8 with rain. But it really turned into like 2 to 3 with a lot of freezing rain. So currently my whole front yard is like soft on the bottom, complete sheet of ice on the top of like my grass. And it's weird because I mean, it's like at least probably close to an inch of ice, like a sheet of ice. So that's hard because you can't really plow the roads when you didn't plow the snow and the ice just cakes on top of it. So my road is finally clearing up. It's Wednesday. We're recording today. The road is finally showing some asphalt underneath, but it's been a slow. Like I only left the house once in the past since like Saturday, so yeah, it's a little crazy. I mean, it's not too bad, but it is slippery. Like I'll go out and get the mail and almost slip every time. And they don't even deliver the mail apparently when it gets this bad. So I've only gotten one delivery since Saturday, and it was like just packages. I didn't get any actual mail. Yeah.
Crunchy, like hard on top, soft on the bottom, so it's like like an ice layer above the snow. So like when you step on it, there's like a crunch down, and then the packing of the snow underneath. Yeah, I know that feel.
Okay, so A versus B, both fantastic palettes. B and these don't mean anything to anyone, but I'm just saying this because B brought out some really nice nose notes, really nice, like almost like butterscotchy apples with this beautiful balance to it all. A had that, but it just wasn't as strong. Either it didn't have the nose that B has, but it also wasn't as clearly, beautifully balanced in apples, butterscotch, caramel. I mean, wow, I'm still rocking that finish. So B is the winner of A and B. That is clear to me.
I ended up deciding to go a totally different route here. I ordered mine. I've been nosing all these all the way straight down. I have them arranged from left to right on favorite to least favorite nose. And then I'll go through and I'll pull them forward or push them backwards on favorite palette. So it ends up a X versus Y plot.
Oh,
this is nose is on X axis and palettes on Y axis.
And then you're gonna choose based on which ones break that diagonal line the most.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. I'll tell you what though, having them arranged like this, the difference in color of these is quite astounding.
It's noticeable.
Like one is very clearly the darkest four. Another one is like also pretty dark. And then it's like increasing lightness as they the variation is just impressive considering these are all practically the same thing. And there's no like clear, like the darker ones are all my favorite nose. Like the two darker ones are kind of on opposite ends of my line here that I have for my favorite nose. So just kind of crazy to see this. Maybe I'll start sipping now here.
So C is surprisingly dull compared to A and B. What I mean by that is the oak shows up a little more, the sweetness and fruitiness a lot less. I don't know if this will compete against things like A and B, but we'll see how it competes against D, because D is what it's bracketing right now, or whatever the phrase would be.
So you remember I was telling you I was sick?
Yeah, you were sick.
Still
almost what I got. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Still a little phlegmy, still a little, I don't know, minor congestion, just like trying to clear up from being sick. But then after we recorded last, I ended up getting sick again, but that time it was a stomach bug. And like, dude, I've never been this wrecked by a stomach bug in my entire life. Like I was up all night just clearing out, man.
Doing what?
No, clearing out.
Yeah.
Like every hour I was up again and again. And like it just worst experience I've ever had with a stomach bug by far. And I was like severely dehydrated. I felt like I was hungover. I had just a massive headache because I just had like no fluids left in my body. And so I was like pounding as much water as I could drink. But at the same time, like I didn't want to put anything else in my stomach because it was like making me feel sick. And like I didn't feel like my stomach was like digesting anything, my stomach just felt like it had a massive rock in it the whole time, and I couldn't fit anything else in there. It was just misery. But that fortunately only lasted like 24, 36 hours, and then I'm finally done with that now. But man, it was insane.
Nice.
Nope.
I did I mention? Well, yeah. Did I mention last episode that I was sick on Monday of last week?
I can't remember if you just told me that in Discord or if
Maybe.
you mentioned that on air. But
dude,
yeah.
I also got a stomach bug, and it was I didn't throw up at all. I did clear out a few times, but I was chills and soreness from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed. And that was just how I woke up. Like, I think I kind of woke up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, I feel queasy. And then throughout the day, I was, and then the hard thing was both my girls were home from school because it was President's Day or whatever. No, it was Martin Luther King Day. My bad. Sorry, Martin Luther King. And anyway, it was, and then the next morning, I'm 95%. I was fine. So yeah. That was good. And then, but yeah, I rarely have, I don't know if I would have taken that day off of work. It would have been a rough day at work, working from home, fortunately. But I think to myself, I'm like, I never take work off, pretty much. And except for mental health days, wink. That being said, I was like, this might be worthy of me taking the day off if I had a day to work. So, but I had to watch the girls throughout the day, and my wife went into work. And so that was hard. And I think the girls actually were good sports about it. They kind of knew that I wasn't playing with a full physical deck. And we watched 2 movies, which is a very rare thing in our house to even watch one. And so, but yeah, I think we probably had the same thing. And a lot of people I know have gone through this too, just a kind of a stomach bug kind of thing. So hopefully it's going to pass through everyone soon. What are your thoughts on have you done tasting notes, or should I go with my C to D comparison?
Well, so yeah, I'm just working my way up from my bottom nose lineup. My least favorite nose, of course, is my first sip of the day. So I mean, we'll see how it all really plays out. But very dry, very wood spice, cinnamony. Not really impressing me on the palate. But nose wise, at least, my lesser favorite noses are definitely more more about wood spice. They don't really smell like they have much rich sweetness at all. And then as I get to about my 5th, 6th favorite nose, you can finally get some bubblegum sweetness, some sugary starting to formulate. And then when you get to my third and 4th favorite noses, you really get some cherry, some fruit. And then these top 2 favorite noses are butterscotch, apple, very they smell my favorite nose smells very, very sugary. Smells like it's gonna have a thick palate. Really excited to work my way all the way up there. But that's kind of how the nose spectrum played out for me.
I like that. It's funny. 2 things. One, I have a lot on the line for this blind comparison, because one of these pours I have claimed is the best thing I've ever drank it in, which is Barrel 80, which beat out Barrel 16, and Barrel 16 beat out the Seasoned Wood E.H. Taylor, which I had prior to being my favorite, or best of all time, rather. And so I hope, in some ways, I kind of hope Eagle Rare wins and is suddenly I'm just maybe I'm just an Eagle Rare guy. But in a way, I'm no, I kind of want to keep some credibility. But that being said, the butterscotch and apple individual notes to me are my favorite notes of all time. So when you can get both in one pour, that's easily some of the best stuff I've ever had. So I put C against D, CD's nuts. And C, like I mentioned, was more oaky and more kind of dull in that oaky way. but D brightened up quite a bit comparatively to C. Definitely reminds me of a Single Oak project that I do love. Generic one. That being said, D beat out C. So we have B and D have moved forward in the bracket. Now I got to go to E, F. So, yeah.
Got a weird note I've never got on Buffalo Trace stuff before, and that's like black licorice. Not like not full on star anise because it does have the sugariness to it. Mm-hmm. Or is all anise star anise? Is if you say star anise,
say anise, licorice. I don't know. Anise. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, licorice. Yeah, I can't say I've ever gotten a licorice note on anything Buffalo Trace before. Not sure I liked it though.
I got that similarly. Write down the one you got the licorice on, because the E, I lick with. I got a little bit of that, but maybe it was because you were talking about it. But it was definitely more than the other ones in my recollection. So kind of a darker oaky licoricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys watch Game of Thrones, right?
Nah. We don't do a lot of fantasy. We do a lot of sci-fi, but not a lot of fantasy.
There was something that you like super surprised. Oh yeah, The Boys. You watched The Boys.
Yeah, my wife and I finished that like the last season a few months ago, probably 6 months ago, to be honest. And then we both were like, I just watched it because you wanted to watch it. And I'm like, no, I watched it because you wanted to watch it. And I'm like, oh, so we just watched the whole series thinking I'm doing this for my spouse. Yeah, but it was, don't get me wrong, it was good. It just wasn't something that I would probably continue.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume they're still working on the whatever 5th or whatever season, 4th or 5th. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was surprising everyone. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, Game of Thrones. Well, so I'm sure you're familiar with the memes and everything about how Game of Thrones like dropped off a cliff in terms of goodness towards the end. But dude, early.
Sorry, I got a clear winner on E and F. Slap the knee. Yeah,
nice. Highly recommend. I mean, it's really not as much fantasy as it is like politics, like interpersonal,
dramatic drama,
relationship-y kind of everybody trying to one up each other and outsmart each other, and I don't know. There's a lot of well-written drama and politics in Game of Thrones, and really interesting story things that happen in the earlier seasons. So I like Sam and I love like medieval knight related stuff, be it fantasy or not, and so we were all in on Game of Thrones. And there's a new show that's out now, and there's only 2 episodes out so far, but so far so good. It's
like a prequel, right?
Yeah, it is. And like they had the prequel that they've been working on called House of the Dragon. I think there's a couple seasons out on that, and that's, I don't know, we've been watching it, but I hardly remember anything about it. It's like that kind of speaks volumes to how much it's like captivated me or not.
Yeah.
But this new show, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, it's pretty good so far. The first 2 episodes, it's like there's an element of it that doesn't take itself too seriously, so it kind of keeps it like fun and engaging and like relatable. Nice. I guess relatable because the main actor is like hilariously tall.
Nice. Oh,
he keeps hitting his head on stuff, and so I'm like,
nice.
I know that.
Yeah. Here's a few shows that Heather and I have recently watched 1 or 2 episodes of and given up on. His and Hers. You ever heard of that? It's kind of like a drama, crime drama, it seems like. And then we watched, what was it? I hated that show, His and Hers. I was like, this is just really rubbing me the wrong way. And then we watched Barry. We watched a few episodes of Barry. Didn't love it enough to be like, I don't need to keep watching.
We
And
did
then
we
there
did
was
the
one
exact same thing
other.
with Barry. I think
Mhm.
we watched 2 episodes. I think
Yeah.
I kinda liked it, but,
Mhm.
it just didn't, like, quite meet
Yeah.
the threshold of, like, I don't know, nothing sometimes we just stop watching shows because we, like a couple days go by, and then we just forget we were even
And
watching
that
it.
says something, yeah.
Yeah, right. I think that's what
Yeah.
happened with Barry.
We did watch last night, we did watch, Dark Matter, and we liked the first episode, but who knows how it's gonna go after this.
Dark Matter.
Yeah, it's, Apple
No.
TV, I believe. Oh,
Yeah,
though
no
we did
idea.
just finish, the 1st season of, True Detective. Loved it.
Ooh.
With,
I
uh with, Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. So good.
Yeah, too many people have told us we need to watch that, and actually, we did watch the first couple episodes of season
Mhm.
1, and we really liked it, but
Yeah.
I don't know, we started watching something else instead. That's
Yeah.
one that I'm sure we'll go back to, but Dark Matter, I Googled it, I haven't even
Mhm.
seen this, no idea, and,
Mhm.
like and His and Hers does not look familiar at all. That
It's
main,
pretty new, I think.
the her and hers, I guess, the woman
Mhm.
on the poster, I
Yeah.
remember her from the Thor movies, I forget what her
Oh.
she's,
I did not like her character at all. Like, she was the
oh, yeah,
worst part. Like, I was
oh,
like, "I just do not like her." Like,
that's funny.
she was rubbing me the wrong way. Let's just say that. Yeah.
She's pretty
Did not like her.
sleazy. She's pretty sleazy, yeah,
Yeah, and that's what she was in that show, yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
So, but then there was one other, which I'm not gonna remember it, but, we're excited, we're big Peaky Blinders fans,
Oh, awesome, yeah.
and, we are excited there's gonna be a Netflix movie for Peaky Blinders soon, like
Oh,
a
dude,
follow-up to the last season.
there's a show, I don't know if it's in the same universe, if
Mhm.
you will.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, The House of Guinness. Did you watch that?
No, what's that about?
It's about Guinness, the brewery beer.
Oh,
The
cool.
brewery beer. Yeah, but, and I don't remember if it's, like, legitimately supposed to be a brother show to Peaky Blinders or if it's, like, just somebody else was
Is
trying to make
it
a show
fiction?
like I think it's some of it is rooted in history.
Historical fiction,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's probably embellished quite a bit, but I think it has its roots in real history.
Yeah. Mhm.
But it was really
Oh,
good.
man.
We liked that enough that we powered that show out in, like, a matter of 2 or 3 days, I think.
Nice. No,
Yeah.
I'm down. I think I'll tell Heather about that one. Yeah, we
Total
did you
total.
watch Peaky Blinders? I didn't catch if you did.
I think Sam did, but
Mhm.
I uh, I might have caught an episode or 2 over her shoulder and, like, love the vibe.
Mm.
Internet's hiccuping.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can still hear me,
Yes, I can
loved the
now.
vibe of Peaky Blinders, but, it wasn't enough for me to actually, like, sit down and, like,
Mhm.
focus on the rest of the show.
I'll tell you this, that and that's been definitely one of my that, Dark, and Severance are the best dramas I've seen in the last 10 years. Um Yeah, and I stand by Severance too. Not that anyone doubts me or doubts that it's a good show, but the end of season 2, I was like, "This is on point." Like, I love that stuff. So, did you watch Severance? I forget.
We did. I think you were the straw that broke the camel's back for us on
Nice.
finally actually committing to it because we had watched
Mm,
episode 1 and maybe 2, and we were
mhm.
like, it's just not sticking." And we had so many
Yeah.
people like, just stick with it. I promise it gets so much better."
Mhm.
And so we finally did. And yeah, we loved it. Yeah.
Mhm.
And season 2 came and went, right?
Yes. Have you seen that yet?
I'm sure we did. I'm sure we did, but I don't really remember too much about it.
I loved the ending.
Oh,
And,
yeah. Ma You'll have to tell
mhm.
me on the side so we don't spoil
Yeah.
it for somebody,
Mhm.
but yeah, I am certain I will remember, what
Mhm.
happened once you tell me, but, this is just, sadly the memory that I live with.
No, it's all good. Hey, I understand that completely. There are certain things that just don't stick. Um, but yeah, we're just I'm gonna totally check out that House of Guinness one. That sounds great.
Mm,
Yeah, I'll tell Heather about it.
yes.
She's so the big thing about Peaky Blinders is that one, I think it's a great drama. It's got good writing. It's got great ends to each season for the most part, and great characters. But Heather has a huge crush on Cillian Murphy in that show because
Mhm.
I have a crush on that dude in that show because he's like, you're like, dude. Yeah, but
Nice.
yeah, he's all right. I'm going my second round of this bracket. I'm putting B against D, and B was bright, beautiful.
How many more B words you got?
Uh,
Bodacious.
buzzy, bodacious. Yeah. This is really random, and I hope one person out of our whole listener and viewer base catches this. But you know what my favorite show was when I was younger? I didn't have cable, so I didn't have much to choose from, but it was Recess with like the cartoon. You ever see that show? You ever hear
I don't
Recess?
think so. No, it doesn't sound
Oh
familiar.
man, sounds like you had cable. But anyway, for those peasants out there that didn't have cable like me, there was a movie that they made based on Recess, and the like the Recess aide, like the teacher that like was always calling people out, like, "Hey, no running," all that stuff. There's a point in the movie where she says, "Curse these bodacious hips of mine," as she's trying to fit under something or like squeeze through something. She's like, "Curse these bodacious hips of mine," and I thought it always stuck with me.
That is a pretty awesome line. It reminds me in the Simpsons when they go skiing and they end up meeting Ned Flanders on the slopes and
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
yeah. It feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
That's great.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
That's a great show. I need to watch more of that. I've been watching while I make jewelry. I usually watch a comedy, and lately it's been How I Met Your Mother, which I like a lot. And it's the second time I've watched it through.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you've seen it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of jewelry, how about that gold? How about that price of gold, man?
I have
What's
two
that-
thoughts on the
what's that
prices
doing
of
to you?
metals right now. So one, my profit margin is shrinking drastically. In fact, my profit margin might be not positive soon if this silver price continues to rise. When before I had a insane profit margin on some of my pieces. I need to actually do the math now, because before I was like, just charge this. If people are willing to spend it, I'm willing to make it. But now it's like, no, I need to make profit on these pieces. So that's a little scary. I have to raise my prices. But then again, when I raise my prices, not a lot of people buy, or a lot less people buy comparatively. And so that's scary because I really enjoy making jewelry, but I also enjoy selling jewelry. So it's kind of a hard thing there. But I just sent in almost 3 pounds worth of scrap silver because I've just collected a lot of scrap silver over the past year or so. So I have about 3 pounds of that I am sending into a refinery. And it could very well be that I make like $3,000 off that, like somewhere between 2 and 3 grand off of that silver scrap. So that would be nice. Yeah.
Is the purpose of that for you to just sell that silver, or are they refining it and sending it back to you?
No. Yeah, just sell it. I don't have a need for it. I mean, if they somehow turned it into sheet silver, yeah, maybe I'd care about that. But right now, I just have a lot of things I need to pay off because of the lack of profit I've had lately. So
yeah.
So I'll find out soon. It just got delivered today, the scrap silver. So I'll find out in the next few days how much they're willing to pay me for it. So
nice. That's interesting. So do you work with silver way more than you work with gold?
Oh yeah. Here's the thing: is that silver and gold by ounce differ by about a factor of 50. So if you're going to buy the same amount of gold as you do silver, it's going to cost you about 50 times more. So I rarely work with gold, but I do work with gold. But it is I have to like get an upfront payment for anything I make with gold, which I have a few on my like website, but it's just hard in that way. In that it's like unreasonably high right now, and I don't see it going back down. I see it like remaining high, so it sucks because I haven't sold anything in like a week. Which is rare for me. It's been like over a week, I think, since I sold my last piece. And normally I'll get like, normally I would get like 3 or 4 sales a week. But sometimes like times like these, I'll go like 1 or 2 weeks without a sale. And I'm like, ugh. So, and then raising my prices even more that I currently have them, it's going to be even harder to sell them. But I hope people will realize that like, hey, precious metal jewelry is worth more now. So hopefully they're willing to spend more now. But my niche market is not exactly the most high spenders. Because the biggest thing I sell is gauges. And so like not everyone's got $200 to spend on a set of gauges. So
true. Yeah. Nobody needs some 18 karat gold gauges.
I have had a few customers that have reached out about it. I'm like, I'm willing to make it. I will make it for you. But it's going to cost you. And one woman actually is about to, she said she's about to order some, but she wanted them in 10 karat, which is still going to be like, at this point, it'll cost like $3,000 probably for the pair. And that's mostly materials cost at this point. So, but I do offer, for those who are interested, I do offer gold plating, which will save a lot of money. I gold plate the silver, and so it's like precious metal, but it's like gold on the outside.
Wow.
B and D are both fantastic, but I don't know what's better yet. I think B.
I'm on my.
Oh, I think it's
just
B,
sip
man.
My favorite nose. I don't think it's my favorite palate.
Doesn't lead up to the nose, or it doesn't live up to the nose. Oh man, that's close.
Whew. I tell you, I think at 3, maybe 4 of these are super, super impressive. And then 4, maybe 5 of these are like, yeah, these are pretty good.
Oh man, B is so good. All right, one more try. Does D beat B? Nope. B's the winner.
B's the winner.
By a slight margin.
Nice. You still have what, a E, F, and a G or something to go?
I have F and G to come next because I had to do the bracket of the final 4, or like the top 8. I had to do 1 was G and then E and F. So I haven't even tried G yet. But let's try F again.
I think I pretty much have my my initial cut order figured out. So I'll just go down. I'll go down my my line of preference one more time from top to bottom and just make sure it gets worse as I go down, and then that'll be that. Speed running over here.
Yeah, it's going a lot faster than I assumed. We'll do a history portion, but I don't want to do it yet. I want to like really take in these
good,
first. Yeah,
sounds good. Maybe, who cares? Yeah,
maybe what we can do is solidify our answers, do the history, and then reveal.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? To tie up the TV show discussion, fantastic movie called Eden, Eden, on Netflix, I think. Um,
Okay.
it's just one of the best made movies I've seen in a long time. It's like it's
Really?
a drama, people
Um,
surviving, learning how to live on the Galapagos Islands in
is it
like the
fiction?
1930s. No, I think it's I think
Nice.
it's slightly embellished.
Historical
Um,
thing. No, I'm kidding.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah, like,
And right, right.
yeah, based on true events.
It is like the foundation, the bones of the show were real. Like the people who were there were people who were really there. The degree to which they hammed up the interpersonal drama aspect of it, I don't know to what degree that was hammed up, but
Mm,
just in general, for just like if you want to watch a very good movie, that is a very good movie, even on
nice.
Netflix.
What year was it done? Recently?
Yeah, it just came out last year.
Nice. You know what's a good movie?
Bill and Ted's Excellent
Everything
Adventure.
Everywhere All at Once.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
gonna
Yeah, yeah.
rep that movie till I die.
Awesome.
Loved it. Um, all right. It's coming down to B and F. And I don't think this will be
Beef.
close, to be honest. Beef. I think the left side of the bracket really held it down. And B is on the left side. F was good from recollection of both. I haven't done them side by side yet, but B was really stand out. And it faced D, which was very close to it. And I'm not sensing that F is going to live up to those two, that matchup of B and D. All right. B and F. Have you made your decision yet? And I want to hear it. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because we all have the same, or we don't have the same
That's true.
setup.
Yeah, and you don't even know which one is. If I told you what
Mhm.
my favorite was right now, you wouldn't even know.
Mhm.
But no, I'm just starting through. I just sipped my number one. I'm
Mhm.
about to sip my number two, and then I'm gonna go through the rest and just make sure that they are in descending order here.
Yeah, B's amazing. Holy cow. Um, yeah, I don't think it's gonna beat B. B is a winner. Okay, this is weird. Um, so Gray, my daughter, has been really I love my daughter Gray. Love her to pieces, love her to bits. But she is like I searched on Google Gemini yesterday. I was like, how do you know if your daughter, your 2.5-year-old is a sociopath? And like she'll listen to this later and laugh, hopefully. But it's like you can't judge a child on those factors.
Yeah,
That
you
she's
can't
probably
you
just
can't
going
judge a
through a
two and a half
phase.
year old at all. Yeah,
Yeah, with the DSM-4 or DSM-5. Yeah. Um,
I actually don't know what
she
that is. What
is
DSM? What?
so like the DSM is I forget what the actual acronym stands for, but it is where you can get psychiatric diagnoses of like, things like schizophrenia or multiple personality or those kind of things. I don't even know if multiple personality is a disorder anymore. I think it's like dissociative identity disorder or something like that. But either way, there's some psychiatrist or psychologist or a person that got their psychology degree that's like, no, I know everything about what you're talking about. And I
Yeah.
salute you, psychology person. But yeah, it's like where you like even like depression, like major depression or bipolar disorder or just what is it? Borderline personality disorder. All those like big psychiatric diagnoses you get from the DSM-5 these days, not the 4, the 5. So anyway, I don't think my daughter is a sociopath, but she like will do things and like bad things, and she'll just smile about them. And you're like, do you have any empathy slash do you have any remorse? and Google was like, some kids just want to find out what happens when you do this. It's not that she's a psycho or sociopath.
Yeah,
She just is learning how to test boundaries lately. So
exactly. Yeah, testing
yeah.
boundaries for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. Clear winner. Clear winner. And clear second place, too.
Nice.
And I do have my guess at what was Eagle Rare, too. Do you have a guess at that? I'm curious if you can think of that. Yeah.
Hadn't even thought about that. Oh, man. I don't even know how I'm going to guess that. But,
all right. While you do that,
I'll keep thinking about
I'm going to do the history. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
All right. So we got to talk about what the Single Oak Project is. And we've actually done one episode, two actually. There was a Barrel 16 episode and there was a Barrel 115. Shout out to the Colonel, John O. Hughes from Kentucky. So I just thought I'd give a quick history on the background of the Single Oak Project. So when people talk about innovation in bourbon, there are experiments. And then there's the Single Oak Project, by far one of the boldest and most comprehensive studies of how every detail in the bourbon making process affects the final spirit. It's not just a bourbon release, it's scientific essay in barrel form. It all started with a simple but ambitious idea. What would happen if you controlled every one of the major variables that can shape the flavor of bourbon, and then isolated them in a way that lets drinkers taste the differences directly? To do that, Buffalo Trace Distillery hand-selected 96 American white oak trees with varying growth patterns and origins. Each tree was split into top and bottom halves, creating 192 unique barrel sections. These became 192 completely individual barrels, each with its own unique wood DNA. But the experiment didn't just stop at the wood source. The distillery also varied 7 key factors across those barrels. Wood grain, was it a coarse, fine, or medium grained oak wood, like grain? Was it from the top half or the bottom half of the tree? Was it seasoned? I believe it was 12 and 18 months is the seasoning difference. One was aged or seasoned 12 months. We can find it real quick, but and then I think one was 18. The char level, I believe, was 3 versus 4 char level. The recipe was wheated bourbon, or rye-recipe bourbon. The entry proof, I believe, was 105, 115. No, it was 115, 125.
Nope. Let's
105, 115.
Clear up a few things here.
105,
125 on the barrel entry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, big difference.
Correct.
But for the record, everything was aged 8 years and barrel or bottled at 90 proof, just for the record. So they're all the same basically, but they're all slightly different in so many ways.
Yeah. That barrel entry proof 105, 125. You were right on the chars 3 and 4. The months of seasoning was 6 and 12.
Okay, perfect. As opposed to Cured Oak by E.H. Taylor, which was 18 months, I believe. And then there's the warehouse style. There was a concrete warehouse, I believe, and a wood warehouse, I believe.
Concrete, yeah, and rick house, yeah, with wood.
Okay, cool. And then is that it? Did I get them all?
Grain size, tight and average.
That I said.
Oh, sorry. Tree cut. Did you do top half, bottom half?
Top and bottom half. Yep.
Rings per inch.
Oh, what? That's a variable. What are the types?
I assume that means like when you count the rings to see how old a tree is, how many rings.
But I figured that was wood grain.
Oh no, there's grain size, tight, and average, and then there's rings per inch that does not correlate to the tight and average grain size.
I do not remember that. Are you on singleoakproject.com?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I trust you. And then and so with that, when you put them all together, 192 different barrels, and then they just released them between 2011 and 2015. And then fans were invited not just to taste them, but to rate them online and help Buffalo Trace learn how the variables affected aroma, palate, finish, overall impression. Over the 4 years and thousands of reviews, enthusiasts shared over 5,000 ratings and tasting notes. turning a bourbon release into a massive crowdsourced research project. And this was like kind of early bourbon boom. Like this wasn't what it was in like 2020 where like everyone was drinking and everyone was buying a bunch of stuff. This was kind of like early bourbon boom. Like, I mean, I would say the real bourbon boom started in like 2015, 2016. But anyway, some people might disagree with me, but in the end, one barrel stood out above all others, and that was barrel 80. This was a rye bourbon that had been aged in a barrel made from oak from the bottom half of its tree, seasoned 12 months, char level 4, filled at 125 proof, and aged in a concrete floor warehouse. The distillery called barrel 80 the winner and most balanced and appealing combination of all the tested variables. But unlike most experiments, this wasn't meant to stay in the lab. Buffalo Trace announced plans to replicate the winning formula and age it for 8 years at scale, creating new single oak bourbon based on 80's profile. To make that happen, they had to harvest new oak, season the staves for a year, build barrels, and age the bourbon a full 8 years, putting tentative release of last year. Although we reached out to Buffalo Trace last year and they said that should be January of 2026, although we still haven't heard. So we're going to reach out to them after this episode records. So when you're sipping your single oak project bottlings in a blind comparison like we are, we're not just tasting different barrels, we're tasting the legacy of a research experiment that reimagined what we can learn from a barrel itself. And I'm really excited about the new release. Who knows? It could be nothing. I have a feeling it's going to be quite different from Barrel 80. But I have a feeling it's also still going to be fantastic. So what are you smirking about over there?
I'm writing down everything I got here. I'm looking at my answer key. This is the if you're ready, this is me transitioning into the how did we do? How did Barrel 80 do section of the show here?
All right, how are we going to reveal? Are we ready to reveal?
Should we
reveal? Yeah, go ahead.
I did not get Eagle Rare correctly. I can tell you that.
Okay.
But my results are very, very interesting.
Surprising. Oh, I haven't even. Yeah.
So let me just say, my number 1 and number 2 are the 2 that I own.
No way! Oh, that sucks. Because we couldn't do the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, how did Barrel 80 do? Barrel 80 landed 3rd.
Okay,
now,
gotcha.
Here's what, like, the interesting thing for me about how this all played out is my number 1 was number 79.
Okay.
And my number 2 was 74. So here's the deal. Let me pull up singleoakproject.com again one more time to verify what I'm about to say. Numbers 73 through 80 are all rye bourbon, 125 barrel entry proof, and 12 months stave seasoning. The first
and average grain.
The first 4 variables are all the same on 74 through 80. Wouldn't you know it? My top 3 are within 74 through 80. I'll tell you what I wrote for my number 1. Number 1, I wrote, whoa, baby, this is powerful fruit. It is by far the strongest palate presence. It has a very long fruity finish. And that was number 1 for me. Number 2, I said a little less fruit, is a little more on the leathery wood spice. And number 3, being 80, was by far the mustiest, leathery, dank oak. So I'll just give you my top 3 there. That's how those played out. And I guess what I'll also say is my bottom 3 really showed a lot more ethanol than all the others. The palate came across with just more ethanol by far than all the others. Eagle Rare landed number 4 for me, actually.
Whoa.
So just behind me. Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. I gotta put mine in order real quick. So it's definitely B, then D, then F. No, maybe A. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you take a sec and don't even listen to me if you don't want to, how my palettes. So really, my scoring really came down to palette. I didn't take nose too much into account when I was going through these, but I will say how nose correlated the palette really well. It really didn't correlate to the palette. My favorite nose ended up being my 5th favorite palette. Like if I go through my nose preference. It ended up being the ones that scored 5, 3, 2, 1, 4, 7, 6, 8. So I guess like the bottom 3 were the bottom 3 on palate and nose, but the top 5 were just like were completely interspersed. Where like it could have gone either way. But yeah, dude, that 79 stood out by far as being the most powerful of the bunch. Can't wait to try that one.
All right. I'm going to go backwards here. My last place was G. I did not think G was Eagle Rare, but it was last place. And here we go. Unpeeling barrel 127, last place. Was that matching you?
That was. Oh, whoops. The only incorrect statement that I've made this whole time is that Eagle Rare actually placed 7th for me.
Okay, gotcha. Last place. Or second to last place.
No. My guess for what Eagle Rare was my 4th place, but Eagle Rare ended up as next to last place for me. Gotcha. 127 was 4th place for me.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Second to last place, which I also didn't think was Eagle Rare, was E. And E had that licorice note. Is that the one you got on? Oh, wait. No, I got to tell you what it is. 110 was licorice note.
Licorice was Eagle Rare for me, but 110 was so bottom half. Same.
Okay. 5th place was C. C was the one I thought was Eagle Rare. And I was right. It was Eagle Rare.
Hey, this man knows his Eagle Rare right here.
But hey, did better than 2 of these bottles. So, okay, 4th place was F. And F did well. I mean, it beat out G and E, but it didn't do too well otherwise. 84. Did you get 84?
84 was 5th place for me.
Okay, yeah, same for me. Okay, or no, that was 4th place. So, and then A was 3rd place, and now it comes down to the wire.
I know.
Because A, B, and D were very good. Very good. But I knew that B and D destroyed A. But they were all still very good. And this barrel, 3rd place goes to barrel 10. So I'm on my way to saying barrel 80 is still my favorite. Oh, really? Barrel 10 was your last. Wow. All right. I'm just going to skip to number 1. We're going to go B. Is B barrel 80? Does Cole like barrel 80 the most out of all he drank? Yes. Barrel 80 was my winner.
Dang.
And then barrel, and then 2nd place was definitely barrel 7, which I recently got. Which is amazing. I'm really grateful. But barrel 7 was really close to barrel 8. Or barrel 80. So barrel 7 was also rye-recipe, was also 125, but was seasoned only 6 months. Tight grain, concrete warehouse, char 4. It was top half, and then rings per inch was 15. But everything was the same here. Besides 80, except for rings per inch, bottom half versus top half, and then seasoning. So it's pretty close altogether. But now I got to try yours. Dang it,
dude, for sure.
And you got to try 7. 7's en route via courier right now, so you got to put that one in line too. But yes, barrel 80 still my favorite.
I'm curious here. My top, the 3 wheats the 3 weeded bourbons ended up 4th, 6th, and 8th for me. So the
Rye,
ryes
baby.
did noticeably better for me overall.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like I didn't even drink that much either.
I
But
know.
we'll
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Responsibility. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. All right. But now what do I do with all these like just little bits of each glass, like just this much and this much? Yeah. Start throwing down. What I might do is combine them all, put them in a little bottle, and then just do a behemoth or abomination, as I like to call it. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Combine them all into a multi-oak project. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what that means.
Multi-oak. That's so funny. It's a good joke. I like that. A super oak project. Yeah. All right. How we doing? We're doing great on time. I think we have time for a segment that we like to call Whiskey World News.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News. Today, I just wanted to go through Fred Minnick's top 100. I'm not going to go through all 100 of 2025. So yeah, whether you love the man or hate him, he, moves the needle in the community.
He
at
does.
Least secondary values and people's general interest in things. So you should be aware of what he thought were the best whiskeys of 2025. I'm just going to start from the top. Number 1 being George T. Stagg 2025. Just
I got a bottle of that.
Off the cuff. Yeah, actually, have you gotten it yet?
No, not technically. I shouldn't count my eggs before they hatch, but I got one.
Yeah, but it should be a done deal.
Yeah, I already paid for it, so yeah.
Like, so when Virginia ABC runs their lottery, is it like your credit card info's in there and you just get like charged?
No, not like Found North. Once you win, you have to buy it. We don't have to buy it, but if you want it, you have to buy it. And then they deliver it to the store where you're closest to.
Oh, so you like essentially got an invoice or something that you had to pay. And then that like spurred the like in-store pickup process or something.
Totally.
Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah. But yeah, from our tasting back when we did the BTEX, I remember like neither of us were that high on the George T. Stagg.
Definitely wasn't my top of the 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say, the day that he came out with this list was fortunately threading the needle between my 2 sicknesses, and I was feeling normal again. So I was like, well, I'm going to do a GTS flight in honor of Fred Minnick picking his George T. Stagg as number 1 here. And so I did a blind. I did GTS 2025, GTS 2024, which I absolutely adore.
Yeah.
And then my 2 favorite Stagg batches, 22A and batch 17. And 22A lost by a mile.
Oh, wow.
Which not too surprising because I know I love 17. 17 has this like pine tree rye spice that other Stagg batches just do not have. Is your 17 open? Just curious.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Okay. I'm not asking you to drink some right now.
Oh, I'll
right?
prove it to you. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, this is a 128.7er. That's all I got left though. Is just that,
nice. Yeah. Yeah, that is my favorite Stagg batch. And that ended up second place. What ended up first place?
2025.
2025, yeah. So and 2025 ended up first place for me because it had this overwhelmingly sugary sweetness. It had the thickest, most sugary sweet palate.
Nice.
It beat 2024 by a mile in that regard, and I was just totally digging it that night. And I did this blind. I had no idea, and it ended up being 2025. So I was a little shocked on that. So maybe I believe him. But
so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did it beat Eagle Rare? No, I'm kidding. My thought is, I know you haven't had GTS 2016 144.1. What do you think that would cost on the secondary?
Like 1800, 2000, I think.
Yeah, I believe it. What about a sample? Because I would love to try that one with you, because that is my favorite GTS of all time, was the 2016. But it's
2000
been
divided
also
by,
like 10 years.
yeah, 2000 divided by 25.3. That's what you could get for 1 ounce.
Nice. Quick, do the math, Cole. $40. What, did I do that right? No, didn't do that right.
Probably 80-ish. I feel like
$80. Yeah, it's about $80.
$1,000 bottles are usually like somewhere right around there.
It's 100% 80. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye out, because like I'll pay the other. If you get one, I'll get the other, and we'll put that on an episode, because that is the GTS in my mind. That is the winner.
That's
so anyway, go on.
144.1.
144.1. Yep.
And is that the highest proof GTS ever?
No. Okay. I believe there's another 144 that beats it, but it's I'll look it up. Yeah, but you go ahead. Talk about Fred Minnick.
Yeah. Mr. Minnick's number 2 was SAS 18, the 2025.
Okay. I respect that.
Yeah, I do too, because that was good. But here's where I stop respecting. His number 3 was Bomberger's PFG.
That's what I think of that.
Yeah, I think we both thought that came across like fake oaky, just like
I remember just not liking it. Yeah,
it was just too much, too finished.
144.8 was 2007, and I'm pretty sure that was the highest. But other ones that broke 144 are none, so it's the second highest.
Nice, gotcha.
So
I'm not gonna linger.
Fourth, give me fifth.
Yeah. Well, so fourth was Brother Justice, Founders Reserve American Single Malt. You ever heard of Brother?
Good for them. No, good for them.
JUSTUS, Justice. Yeah. This is where people start to be like, how much did they pay him to put them down?
That's like Jim Murray with the year that he chose, of all brands, he chose Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye in like 2016, I want to say. And it was like, all right, Jim. Sure. Yeah. But like, don't get me wrong, I love Fred Minnick. But then again, it's all subjective. It's all subjective.
Right.
We got and then we can close it out.
Yeah. Heaven Hill 90th was 5th.
Okay.
Did we do an episode on that?
No, we haven't though.
Or maybe that's one I still need to get to you.
No, I'm pretty sure you sent it.
Okay, good. Because I've got it. Oh yeah, actually, I have it in a tiny bottle over here that I need to log away in the sample pool, which means that you've got a bottle already too.
Yeah.
But just let me just skim here. Bardstown Discovery 13 in number 6, and then going down from there, Maker's Keeper Release, Booker's 2025 3, Bourbon Deluxe. I don't even know what that is. Does that make me a terrible person? We got a Dark Arts Armagnac finish, blah blah blah. We got a K Luke batch 14. I have a K Luke batch 11 or something. It's one of my favorite whiskeys I own. Let's find the good ones though. Four Roses limited edition hit 17. Heaven Hill Unity hit number 25. That's cool.
Okay.
Jack 14 all the way down at 28. A. Smith Bowman Cast Strength batch 4 at number 30.
Did we try that one?
Yeah, we drank batch 4 with our
at the distillery. Yeah. David Bach, baby.
All right. After number 30, what really matters. So yeah, I will leave you at that. But
sounds good.
Yeah, that was his top 5 or so there for you.
That's cool.
So I asked you previously, what whiskey would you choose? Dry January. Did you do it? But I decided I wanted to leave it till January 31st. I'm not going to put the poll up until January 31st. just because that'll be the last day of January. But we're going to ask you this week, in honor of drinking the Single Oak Project, the number one differentiator here was rye or wheat. So in general, I want to know what people's preference is. Do you generally prefer high rye bourbons or wheated bourbons? What is your preferred secondary grain?
This is a really good question. My 2 or 3 top favorite, like of the 3, let's go 4 favorite whiskeys of all time. And by favorite, I mean best. One would be Barrel 80, which is rye. Another one would be Barrel 16, also rye. And then outside of that, I really love E.H. Taylor E.H. Taylor Seasoned Wood, which is a wheated whiskey, believe it or not. And then kind of after that would probably be anything Eagle Rare, like Eagle Rare 2024 25, which is rye. So I'm gonna go rye, even though I do have a sweet spot in my heart for a nice wheated bourbon.
Yeah. I normally I like to take the opposing view, but I just can't.
Yeah, you can't.
With as much as I love rye, of course I love high rye bourbons. And like talking about the Stag Batch 17 that exhibits some serious rye qualities. That's just like, I just love it so much. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, we just ranked a bunch of Single Oak projects, and like numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5, ranks 1, 2, 3, and 5 were all ryes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's clearly what I prefer. So I am also team rye.
And then my 7 was number 2 outside of 10, and then 10 was also rye, and then Eagle Rare was rye, 110. Yep. So 110 was wheat, and that was second to last place, and 127 was wheat, and that was last place. But 115 was wheat as well, and it was really good.
What? How did 115 do in your ranking?
It wasn't in this cut. It was the one that John Hughes sent back in the day. But I have that one en route, or not en route. I have that one soon to come from Unicorn Auctions. That's my next shipment.
Oh yeah. I forgot that you did actually lock in one of those because I knew you were looking. The
week before, it went up to like 300 plus, like 325 or something like that. I was like, no, I don't get it. And then the next week, I got it for like 2 something.
Yeah, the bidding wars that people get into sometimes on those is just insane, man. People just can't let it go.
It's good and bad. Yeah, it's good and bad. I told Miles Ferguson about Unicorn Auctions, and told him about the prices I've seen on some rarities. Like, but he's interested in things like certain scotches that are pretty rare. Like I told him about the Glen Grant 16 that I got, which they don't make anymore, and he was like, "Oh, you got that for a really good deal." And then he's like, what about Cuboken from Tomatin? And I looked up a few historical Cubokens, and he's like, those are really good prices, even including the fees and stuff. And so he's got the app now, and he's going to keep an eye out for stuff like that. So I was like, yeah. I wish I got a referral credit for that. That'd be nice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Cuboken, like I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about that. Like, what even is that distillery?
I believe it's Tomatin is a Highland or Speyside. I forget which one. Maybe neither. Actually, Tomatin sounds like it's almost like near, what is the thing I'm thinking of? Like Ben Nevis. I gotta look this up real quick. But Tomatin does a Cuboken release, which is I believe it is peated, and I might be wrong on that. We've done one episode on Cuboken, but they do like special editions with Cuboken. Cuboken in Gaelic means ghost dog, which apparently there's like a ghost dog that haunts the distillery.
Awesome.
And isn't that cool? Yeah. So it is a special release they do, and Miles is always really interested in it. And they've done some really cool Tomatin releases that are like finished. I'm sorry, Cuboken releases that are like finished and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, so real quick, Tomatin is near Inverness. It's like it's not too far from like where McAllen's made. It looks like I think it's technically a Speyside, actually, Tomatin.
Oh, nice.
But it is not what I thought, where it was like closer to like Ben Nevis and like what's that other what's that 14 year that I love? Oh, come on. I'll think about it later. So anyway,
Dude,
but you had another question, did you?
Yeah. We're gonna ask a bonus question here. Have you ever actually tried a single oak project? I know that I expect the majority of the answers to be no. I know that this is a rare thing. I know that it's hard to get your hands on. I know that did these even sell to on-premise accounts? Like did bars?
They did back in the day in 2011 through 2015. Yeah, I saw one in 2015. And the guy was like, it's not that good. And I was sad that I didn't buy it.
Wait,
and then I found mine.
Pours at a bar?
Oh, at a bar. I'm sorry. No, I've never seen it at a bar. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, like that just makes it all the more hard for people to find and try, but just curious if anyone out there has. And I guess also, I want to ask if the answer is yes, where, when, how, did you own one? Did you love it? Yeah. Would love to know all the stats on it. And then super side note here, I just had to look this week on unicorn auctions. Actually, it's funny when this comes out, this bidding week will be over, but there is a barrel 175 up, and it's the only single oak project up this week.
That's weird. Normally they have like at least 4.
Yeah.
Not gonna fight for that. Well, although let me look at the 174 you said.
175.
Oh, 175. Wheat, 125, 12 months seasoned, coarse grain, concrete, 4 char, top half. It's a little bit different for sure than barrel 80, and it's a weeder. So anyway.
Ooh, it's the top half of the tree. Ooh, I love that the top half, bottom half is a differentiator. I love it.
You know what we should do, and I really need to just do this week. We're coming up. We're 4 episodes away from episode 400.
Oh my gosh, really?
I've really wanted to have Freddie Johnson as a guest for our 400th episode. And it'd be cool if like somehow we were able to do the reincarnation of Barrel 80 with Freddie Johnson. So I'm going to reach out to Sazerac and see if we can do something like that. But that would be so epic. And Freddie Johnson's like an amazing man and like a Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Famer and all that stuff. But like, he's also a really big proponent of drink what you got with the people you enjoy it with. And so that would be the perfect thing, is like something that I might want to hold on to for a while if I ever got my hands on a barrel or a new single oak project barrel 80. But then opening it with you and Freddie, that'd be killer. So if it doesn't happen for episode 400, know that we failed. So.
Yeah, right. Well, I love that we air our hopes, whether they come to fruition or not.
Dude.
But yeah, I certainly hope that that Buffalo Trace lets us know that might be a possibility.
Dude, that would be the dream. Like I could die happy at that point. And I have goals in life. I don't have many goals in life, but one of them is to have Freddie Johnson on the podcast. One of them is to be a Kentucky Colonel officially. And one of them is to get my ACAS designation. And so I hope that I can get all 3 of them. Because my exam is this Tuesday. So the day this episode comes out, say a prayer, cross your fingers for me. My exam is the next day. So if you could keep me in mind, I hope you do, because I hope I can pass that exam.
As soon as you mentioned ACAS or whatever it was, I was like, that, yes, I hope that I know that you've been studying, but I hope that you feel confident, and I hope that you feel happy, and I hope that you are ready.
I think I am ready, and I hope that it's not too hard an exam where they're going to throw a lot of curveballs. But most of all, friends and family, listeners and friends, I hope that our love of spirits lifted yours. Stupid, sexy Flanders era.
Yeah. It feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.